3 years ago, when I created a YouTube channel, my purpose for coming here was to help people learn that evolution is false, creation is true, and science supports the Bible. And also to do a little preaching, a little sharing of the Word of God. I've received many messages in those 3 years. I received them frequently from someone who says, I want to thank you for helping me to see the truth. Because of your videos, I have come to realize that evolution is false and creation is true. I also received messages sometimes telling me that because of my videos that they have come to Jesus Christ and they are now worshiping God. They have given up their denialism and they have a new understanding. I'm not the only one. Other Christians and creationists on YouTube are receiving the same kind of messages. My purpose for being here was for people like that, to help them. But because there are ardent denialists, science denialists, God denialists on YouTube, evolutionists, ardent, evangelical kind, and even deluded Christians who believe in evolution and fight tooth and nail creationists over it. But because of these ardent denialists that are on YouTube, I've been sidetracked, like a lot of others, I'm sure, into spending a lot of my personal time arguing with evolutionists in the threads of my videos. And what gets so aggravating and annoying about it is that you can provide the evidence repeatedly and they'll still deny it. So I've been sidetracked in spending a lot of my personal time into arguing, debating with these people. I have blocked some 2,000 evolutionists for various reasons, commonly for the following reasons. One, because they expect a dialogue back and forth with us and they ask me questions a lot. How can this be true if blah 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 blah? And I respond. And then I'll ask them a question. They ignore it. Then they ask me another question. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay. So I respond. Then I ask them a question. They ignore it. Repeat it. You can do this over and over. Most of the time, these people will not answer your question because they can't provide a scientific evidence that supports their answers. So they won't answer. They ignore. So if somebody's not willing, comes to my channel expecting dialogue, and then is unwilling to actually dialogue, just wants to ask questions and naysay and call the Bible a lie and whatnot, you're blocked. Somebody who cusses at, for any reason, or calls God bad names, or calls the Bible hateful and murderous and whatnot, you're blocked. I am tired of explaining to these people that the Canaanites were the filthiest, most wicked human beings on the planet who sacrificed children to babies in fire and taught their children to have sexual relationships with adults. And if they had the Hebrews, destroyed the Hebrews, the written word of God would have been destroyed and the Hebrew people would have been destroyed and there would be no knowledge of God in this world today. And God is going to stand up for himself, and he destroyed every one of them, children included, and he was just in doing so. If you don't like that, tough cookies. If it weren't so, they were the most wicked people the world has ever known. God had every right to wipe them out and not let another generation of them rise from the earth. If you don't like that answer, tough cookies. And so I deny people like that. I block people like that. And you know, I have blocked 2,000 or so people, roughly 2,000 people, for these ridiculous things. And they've taken up a lot of my personal time in arguing back and forth with them when they refuse to answer your questions. They deny the scientific evidence that you provide right in front of their face. That's not my purpose in being here. My purpose in being here is to help the people who are on the fence or who are curious to help come out of the brainwashing. People whose heart is in a place where it will allow their mind to accept what they learn. But the ardent evangelical atheist, evolutionist, their heart is in a place where God can't be true, period. I don't care. I don't like the idea of being subject to a God and his moral law. So I'm not going to believe in creation. Forget it. See, That's the kind of heart that you're not going to change. And I'm tired of dealing with people who are not going to change. There's no point in me wasting my time trying to change people who will not change, and only God can change. It's a waste of my time. So I have a new policy regarding my YouTube channel. Anybody who wants to argue with me about the evidences I provide in my video gets instantly blocked and their posts removed on all my videos from now till doomsday. No more will you be able to put fallacious arguments. No more will you be able to argue with me. I'm not wasting my time on people who will not change. I'm here for the people whose heart is in a place where they will allow themselves, their mind, to accept what they learn. People who can come to God, not people who are so dedicated to not being, subject to God that nothing is going to change them except the hand of God. Now, I may still continue to make a debunk video of an evolutionist video now and then, or an atheist video somewhere or another. That might be fun. I do that once in a blue moon. If I was to spend a lot of my time doing it, man, I'd have a lot of videos to do, because there are lots of videos made about me out there by the denialist kind. I'm here to help people who are willing to be helped. I've tried helping you people for 3 years. Won't be on anymore. So, shoo, bye-bye, see ya, adios, sayonara, later.